I cannot stop thinking when I watch social media. My single and biggest question is why? Why these people doing that? They are getting into adventure riding with a minimalistic or no skill at all because they were told it will be fun. My question is still remain why. So we're gonna start out how bad really this is, and then we're gonna tone it up a little bit on the end. I do not understand why people doing what they do, and I also understand why companies does what they do when they convince these people to buy this bike because it will be good for you. And they are older gentlemen who has money, and they said, why not? What can go wrong, right? After watching that clip, the question is, what can go wrong? There is a lot of things can go wrong. So let's break it down a little bit. There is the money, as it always has been, the most and single biggest factor in this entire adventure bike riding. And companies want to make money. The dirt bike business brings a certain amount of money, let's just say 5 amount of money, and the adventure biking brings 10 amount of money because it's just such a good business. They can sell these bikes for a lot more money. Plus, they can dress this bike up with crazy, literally crazy innovations, like making like a kitchen table when you can actually do your thing out there, or you can actually see a guy who not even tall enough to ride this bike, and somehow with some little device, but specifically, I guess, made for this type of people, they can use this device to climb up on the bike and put that away in a convenient way, and somehow he's gonna go ride the bike. I think we both agreed these things kind of getting in a crazy level of what people try to do with these bikes, and all comes down to the money. The companies want to make more money, and somehow they find a way through customers' pocket by selling them all of these crazy stuff. Let's look at another point of view. We have a French gentleman, Paul Therese. I probably not saying his name right, but he's one of the main reasons why these adventure bikes get so popular. He's a Yamaha ambassador, and he actually showing unbelievable skill on that bike. And on his hand, that bike is extremely capable. Again, on his hand, not other people's hand. The thing about these bikes are heavy, extremely heavy, and they are big. And these people are making it even bigger because they were told to buy all of these accessories to make it wider, taller, more futuristic. It's just going into the crazy level. But if they will not do that, they try to keep the bike light as possible, just like Paul Therese did with his bike. He actually hired a very special mechanic who stripped down that bike. They throw some regular dirt bike wheels, front and rear, dirt bike suspension on that bike, and it was a very capable bike on his hand, especially because it tried to be close as possible to the dirt bike, not further away as possible to the dirt bike. That brings up another thing. People saying on the social media, another guy saying, he's very famous, of saying, oh, apply your dirt bike skill on these adventure bikes and you'll be okay. And how? I mean, the dirt bike skills not really fit into those I'm sorry for my language, a big ass heavy machine, because the dirt biking is about light, very intense riding feeling. The adventure biking is slow, taking your time to get to there when you can actually start off-roading. And to me, by the time I reached that point, to get there, I was already bored as hell. I would not, feel like, okay, so I rode 3 hours and now I just need to go off-road and start doing what I was supposed to start with. Also, this is, I think that was enough bad things about these bikes. So let's equal out the field a little bit. Also, this is the point when the adventure bike kind of shines, because on dirt bikes, the capabilities are limited far as the fuel consumption and far as the tank capability goes. On these adventure bikes, you put a ton of fuel in there. You're riding 2-3 hours to get to that point, which is, I just said it's bad, but it's also good, because if you have a need, then you can enjoy regular road riding, and then you can also enjoy an off-road riding. I think it's still not meant to do crazy stuff, just like what we do on dirt bike. It's not meant for that. But light off-roading, it's just good. I think it would be okay until a point, because if you go too slow with those guys, then the gravity kicks in and you're just gonna fall no matter what. You cannot go around it. Instead of regular dirt bike, the weight is low, centralized. You're still not gonna fall. You'll be able to put your leg down, and then you're just gonna be okay. And I know I said we're gonna level the field up, so I guess I have to work a bit harder, because I actually do not hate those bikes. I have no problem with it. Only thing is the social media post just, kick something inside me, and, I do not understand why people are doing that. But anyway, those bikes are a wonderful bike, and they build very well, and they've been around from a very, very long time, but it wasn't as big success as it is now. Those Hondas, the Africa Twin, it's been around forever. And it was a huge success on the Dakar and places like that. But people didn't really bother. It's really nothing like the way it is nowadays. So I think the marketing is really a key over here. By people buy these bikes. And I understand they try to have fun with it, but I mean, heck, why they are not buying a KTM 500 EXC or a Honda 450 RL and put some extra fuel tank in it from IMS, and they can ride it. If they want to go off-road, like the way on the level they try to do off-roading. In some cases, I saw it, and I actually personally meet some of those fellows who is actually very good with these bikes. But the point to be good on these bikes, you cannot be slow. You have to hammer your way through it on the obstacles, because if you go slow, eventually you're not going to make it because gravity. But if you go, truly put yourself to it, you can conquer almost the same stuff as you do on the dirt bike, do with the dirt bike in the right hand. So, do we need these bikes? And my answer is absolutely. There is a market for it, and there is a need for it. I just don't see why it has to be advertised such a off-road capable machine, such a good, high-performing machine on off-road when it isn't. It's a very good machine, overall machine. It's not a purposely built machine. It's like a general build machine, not like the dirt bikes. It's built for one purpose, and mainly that purpose is to have your excitement up high as possible. But seriously what these dirt bikes are built for, and this adventure bike, that is not really, it's like a hybrid. It's like a love and hate relationship, because you like how strong this engine is and how capable, but you don't like how heavy it is. Or you like how good this bike turns if you go fast. But if you're not capable of taking this bike fast enough, then you just fall with these bikes because it's just not there. So I think it still has a point, and these are still a lovely bike, but I would not tell these aged gentlemen who doesn't really have a right skill to ride these bikes to do what they were trying to do with these bikes, like going off-road and doing serious stuff. To me, it's just not the right way to do, because it's become a reliability, and hopefully someone will see it eventually and they change the strategy. But I don't know if they change the strategy, it would work the way it is now, because people buying it because they can go to places otherwise they could not.